But yeah, it's a series of games. I forgot the name. Gotcha. Okay, cool, cool. It's almost been a year since we gamed the first time. Oh, really? So it's like our game anniversary type of a thing. I I always thought it was Fortnite that we played. No, so the first time I met you, I was in Vic's party on Phasmophobia, and you were in there. I don't know if you probably didn't realize it was me because you hadn't known me. So officially, the game I remember playing with you was Phasmophobia. When you started playing, you had I think it was your first time playing with Vic too. I think, and I had jumped in there and we played together. But officially, me and you grouping together was probably Fortnite. So, but yeah, I met you through Vic the Viking. South Park are all in mech things like Bart and Lisa were. Okay, that makes more sense. I was okay. So like Bart and Lisa are short, but I feel like the South Park characters are even shorter, and they would look ridiculous if they were tall. So I'm glad they didn't stretch them out. So see, that's what they should have done with Repo, right? So the Reaper character is stretched out tall. I get why they did it because it's probably like a format or a template that they use for the characters or the avatars. But it looked weird. So I think what they should have done was give it a small and then have a button where it pops up, like an animation where it pops up, standing up, and then shrink back down. I don't know. I think, or an emote, even if it was tall, have it shrink down. I don't know. I think it looks wrong. It looks weird. Peekaboo. Hello, Vamps. Welcome in. How's your day going? I toggled the daily berries off because people keep trying to use it and it's not working. So I'm like, it makes more sense to just toggle it off so that people aren't trying to use it. So anyone that's trying to use the daily berries, we're still trying to fix it. So apologies, but we're working on it. Promise. It's getting worked on. Pinky swear. Oh, that's it. Fingers crossed. It, don't mind me. I think I was in that first Fortnite game with Jason. Yes, you met Jason through Fortnite as well. Yes, yes, yes. It was so much fun. Sounds right to me. Hot. 43. Oof, oof. 43 in Celsius. That's like, what? Close to, if not more than 100 degrees. So you guys are still in the heat wave over there in Australia, huh? That's unfortunate. I'm sorry. I hope that everyone is okay. I know that heat stroke is no joke, especially if you have no means to cool off. I would imagine that you guys may or may not have AC. Well, it does get hot over there, though, right? I mean, I would imagine it gets warm in Australia because it's like deserty. You guys don't get snow over there, right? See, I don't know a lot. I know of Australia and some of their animals, but I don't know weather and stuff. I know that your winters are opposite of our summers, so right now we're in winter and you guys are in summer. I was talking about that to Disco. It trips me up because I'm thinking like June, July is our summer. So when Disco was saying something about winter in July, I'm like, what? I like that didn't make sense to me, but it makes sense, of course. But it's just trippy. I never thought of summer being like right now we're in January. I associate January, February, March. Well, maybe not March. That's March is going into spring, but like December, January, February is winter. So when I hear summer, I'm like, wait, what? That makes no sense in my mind, but it does. So that would be the opposite of you guys saying like, wait, your winter's in our summer, because you guys are literally on the other side of the world, which is so cool. Thank you for the lurk, Jason. Gonna lurk. Oh wait, gonna hit a lurk. Enjoy the rest of the stream. I'll be here as much as I can. Okay, no worries, Jason. Thank you for the lurk. It was good to see you. Hope you have a good rest of the day if I don't see you. Actually, we get the most snow in the... Really? See, I didn't know that either. That's very interesting. Okay. See, there's so much I want to learn. So there we go. Freaky Fun Fact Friday. Maybe we can talk about Australia for a little bit. I don't know if Disco's also available. I want to ask you guys some questions about the animals over there. And if you guys have any questions about animals over here, we can also talk about it, me, and then in chat. Because, you know, people around the world have different information. And it's pretty interesting to see or learn. A pig's orgasm can last for up to 30 minutes. I didn't know that. That is an interesting information right there. Okay, well, that would be our first fact of the day. Thank you, guys. Interesting. I wonder why. I wonder if there's like some logical reasoning for why some animals have it longer than others, because I think the opposite is the gorilla. I think theirs is like the fastest. It's like what, 3 seconds or something. Now, like, see, I should have like my research ready, but why would I have that on standby? Guy, are you able to look up that information and tell me? Because I want to say it was the gorilla. Gorilla is the quickest of them, I think. I hear lions too are pretty quick, I think. I don't remember. 30 minutes? Mom. That's a long time. Why so long? Like, do they just stand there? Wait, do pigs stand or they lay down when they're... All these questions are popping in my head. Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you, SiriBot. A pig's prolonged orgasm, a known phenomenon in veterinary science, is linked to their unique Psychology? I have no idea if I'm saying that incorrect. Particularly, their large ejaculative... Where's TIV coming from? I am just brain farting, guys. Sorry. Whoop. Particularly their large ejaculate volume, often half a liter. Ooh. And a complex series of contractions that can last 5 to 30. That's a big gap right there, from 5 to 30, so I guess it varies. With even longer recorded instances making it the longest in mammals, possibly to endure successful fertilization in the wild. I almost said in the world. In the wild. I wonder what scientist or whatever, like, researcher is like, let me have a timer and time this. Like, obviously, you know, you want to know all the information about an animal, right? But, like, that's not something that I would be like, I wonder how long that lasts. Like, are you watching this animal fornicate and then you're just, like, being all up in their business? Like, rude, let them be. I mean, I wonder if animals even know that they're being watched. Like, do they know that, I mean, they must know that what they're doing in a sense, but like if there's like other creatures or, I don't know, people around, do they do it and not realize what they're doing, or like that it should be, well, it shouldn't be even private. They're out in the wild doing their thing naturally. We're the ones that are imposing in their environments, but like, I don't know. It's like, imagine you're going to town and then you look over and there's just like this dude with a clipboard just making notations and like with a stopwatch being like, like, I don't know. That's where my mind is going. Like, what? I don't know. You know what I mean? I just picture that. Imagine you're just in your room doing your thing, whatever, and then there's someone peeking in the window. Oh God, I'd freak the heck out. Like, that's creepy, wrong. Like, I wish I knew what was going through an animal's mind. I say that all the time, like with my cat when she's dreaming and kicking and stuff and flinching. I always wonder what they dream about because they only know what they know, right? They've only been in an area where they've only been, right? In-house or even just around the area. So, like, what are they dreaming about? Because we know way more in the world. We see TV and go out and explore, and there's so much that we see that there's more stuff in our head than what they would know, you know? And plus the fact that we, like, understand stuff, right? Like, an animal sees something, like, for example, they see a car. They don't know what the heck the car is. They just see this big thing that moves and makes sounds and sometimes doesn't move and is, like, when it's off, you know? So, like, I would love to know what the thought process is of animals. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, do you guys ever think that? Do you guys ever look at an animal and wonder what they are thinking? Like, what their point of view is? Or do they understand? Maybe they don't understand our language, but they do kind of, like, right? They respond to their name and words, so they can comprehend words and associate them with things like treat, go for a walk. They know what it means, but do they, like, know what it means? Well, yeah, right? Like, if you say to a dog, do you want to go for a walk? They know what it means. They mean walk? Yes. So, does that make sense? Or like when birds also, the same things. A lot of birds, well, maybe not, I don't know of a lot of birds. Some birds learn words, right? They can mimic. I only recently learned a couple years ago that crows can learn to talk. Crows, ravens, they can talk. We just don't know that because they're in the wilds, and why would they associate? Usually when they see a human, they fly away, you know? But, okay. Oh, I'm falling behind on chat a little bit, just a little bit. So is it a compliment if someone calls you a pig then? No. I would not take that as a compliment at all. If someone ever called me a pig, I would take it as an insult because, well, the funny thing is people associate them with being dirty. I don't think that they're dirty. I don't know why they have the, what's it called? The stereotype of being dirty. They're just animals doing their thing. Like, they play in the mud. They, they eat and do their thing. Like, I don't see them as dirty, right? But when someone says, ew, you're such a pig, they are insinuating that you're dirty or gross. I don't know. You know what I mean? So, no, I wouldn't take it as a compliment. 30-minute orgasm. You probably don't notice the creepy guy in the window. That's valid, Devlin. I guess you could go with that. That is true. If they're up in the moment, then maybe they're not noticing. Spoiler, Devlin is the creepy guy in the window. No! Devlin! I'll throat punch you if I ever see you. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't. Well, if you were in my window, I would. But if I ever met you, I wouldn't. Unless you did something stupid, then I'll throat punch you. Yeah, I am gullible enough that when Guy says, look in there, I do. I can see that. You guys, the two of you. Pigs are one of the cleanest animals in the world. That's what I heard too. I don't know why people think that they're dirty. I don't know if it's just because people say it so much that people start to think that. You know, when someone says something so much that you start to believe it. I don't believe that they're dirty. Like, I've gone to, like, not carnivals, what do you call them? Like, country fairs and stuff, and you see them, and they're not dirty. They really aren't. I think people associate maybe the smell, just the farm smell in general smells. It's not the pig itself, I don't know. Do pigs have a smell? You know how, like, dogs have a smell when they're wet? Do pigs... This is a question for Void, because Void was a pig farmer. So, man, if Void was here, I could be asking him pig questions. I wonder if we could summon Void in here. Void! Where are you? Come out of the void, Void. Alright. Because they roll around in the mud to stay cool, and I guess that freaks people out. That's so weird. Mud isn't dirty either. Like, it's a natural, just puddle of wet dirt. So it's not really dirty. I mean, if you think about it, right? They have spas that have mud baths. So, like, essentially, that's not, like, gross. You know, I feel like... I've never done a mud bath. It sounds fun. It sounds interesting. I would imagine that you took a mud bath and then maybe rinse it off in like a shower and you probably feel clean. You know, probably like I would imagine it exfoliates your skin and probably makes it feel smooth. So I wouldn't consider it dirty. Although, like, think about that. Is the irony is dirty has the word dirt in it. So is mud dirty? It's dirt. Right? But I wouldn't say gross. It's not gross. But mud keeps them wet, yes. Okay. Oh, mud is wet dirt. Yeah, exactly. So by definition, it is dirty. It's dirt. It is dirty, but it's not gross. So dirty and gross, I guess, are two different things, right? So dirty being dirt, and then gross. What? Yeah. Yeah, because mud doesn't smell bad either. At least I don't think so. I actually particularly like the smell of mud. But it has, I guess it's the type of mud, right? If it's not like stagnant water or moldy or swampy water. If it's like clean, fresh rainwater on straight dirt, I like the smell of it. I used to love playing in it. When I would go riding the four-wheeler. I would like, if there was a puddle of dirt or mud, I'd go through it. And I would love getting splashed with it. Because, like, once the mud dried, it was fun to pick off your skin. And actually, it would feel softer. Pigs are also easy to house train and enjoy tidy living spaces. That's too fun. See, I would never want a pig as a pet. They're alright, but that's not something I'd want as a pet. Like, okay, they're cool to look at like not a carnival. I keep saying carnival. At like a country fair. All right, cool, interesting. But I would never want one as a pet. I mean, nah, I'm good. No, thank you. Plus, they make a lot of noise and they eat a lot, and it's a lot. No, thank you. Yeah. What deep conversations we have around here. I know, right, Devlin? Well, I mean, it is Freaky Fun Fact Friday with Feast, so I'm trying to see what we could talk about. So I guess this is perfect. Thank you, Guy, for setting the subject here, because I actually came rolling in without a subject in mind. I do have two ideas that my mom gave me, but I wanted people